Hartford Police received a 911 call of a vehicle involved in a car crash at 800 Albany Avenue, the intersection of Albany Avenue and Sigourney Street in the city of Hartford. Patrol officers responded immediately. They located a single male victim in the driver's seat of the vehicle. He was the only occupant of the vehicle at the time. He was unresponsive, and it was apparent that he was suffering from at least one gunshot wound. He was immediately transported to St. Francis Hospital. He was since been declared deceased at 1:26 this morning. The Hartford Police Major Crimes Division, Crime Scene Division, and our Capital City Command Center all responded and assumed control of the investigation. At this time, I'm sad to announce that the victim in this incident is a 16-year-old Windsor, Connecticut resident, Mr. Felipe Lopez. 2 days, Felipe would have been 17 years old. Felipe was a member of the Windsor school system. They have been notified in regards to his passing, and they're doing everything they can for their students and faculty at this time. Mr. Lopez was driving a 1998 Nissan Altima at the time of the incident. At this time, the incident is still under active investigation, and we will be providing more information as it becomes available.
Lieutenant Sister, you're live on Fox 61. We've been talking to family members all morning. We know that he has family and friends in Hartford. Do we know what he was doing in Hartford?
We don't. Obviously, the investigations in the infancy stages right now are still very preliminary. So what we do typically with homicide investigations is look at the victims and what they do on a daily basis, where he was going, where he was coming from, talk to family, talk to friends. Perhaps he was leaving work, going to work, visiting somebody. So that's part of our investigation, not specific to the actual incident, but what he was doing before the incident occurred.
His family was telling us on scene that it looked like he maybe was doing some stuff for Uber, that he was maybe doing like some late night runs. I mean, is that something that you guys will like look into?
Obviously, yes. You know, we're going to look at his phone, and we're going to do a search warrant on his phone and whatnot. And we do have the vehicle. Obviously, it's in a secure bay here at the Hartford Police Department. We will be conducting a search warrant for the vehicle and its contents, and hopefully they'll give us a better indication of what Mr. Lopez was doing out in that area.
Do you have anyone else in custody right now for this crime?
No, we don't.
Do you have his phone?
It might be in the vehicle. We're not sure. We don't have anything right now, but you know, the car was a little bit of a mess. And so we don't manipulate anything in the car. We just render medical aid, and we secure the vehicle immediately, and we'll be conducting a search warrant at the time that it will be completely searched at that time.
There was a shooting on Barber Street earlier yesterday. Is that related to this?
We have no indication at all that this is related whatsoever.
Looking at the scene, it's more like a church, but
Right.
was the car found farther, like on the left down, like the drive?
The information that we received, yes, it was. The car went through the traffic light at the intersection of Sigourney Street going northbound, crossed Albany Avenue, went into the driveway, and struck a vehicle right in that church driveway lot.
Do you have any reason to believe someone else was in the car at the time of this crash?
That's going to be part of our crime scene division investigation, and we'll get more information then. Obviously, we have our C4 cameras up in the north end, so we're going to review that. We're going to try to follow the car back to where it came from and see if we can get any more information in that regard.
And what about the shot?
It was a citizen caller that was in the area, pedestrian caller.
And what about the shots? Family were telling us that it looked like he might have been, just based on the information that they had gathered from you guys, it actually looked like he was maybe shot inside the car. Does it look like someone was maybe in there with him and fired shots, or does it look like someone came up with his...
The vehicle had no gunfire damage. So whether the door was open, the window was open, or someone was in the vehicle, that will be determined after the crime scene division processes the vehicle.
Any shot spotter in the area there?
There is shot spotter in the area. We actually asked them to review the shot spotter. So if the incident did occur within the vehicle, the confines of the vehicle, the shot spotter detection system would have a hard time picking it up.
Any indication that this might be drug or gang related?
At this time, no. We're going to obviously review, go into the vehicle after the search warrant. If there's any evidence of that, you know, that'll come out during the course of the investigation, but nothing in regards to gangs or anything of that matter, no.
Is there a chance this is like totally random?
We don't know. Like I said, we're only a couple hours into the investigation. So, you know, incidents like this, it appears obviously probably a targeted kind of incident. So the detectives are all upstairs right now, and they're working diligently right now, and we'll probably come up with a pretty good conclusion shortly.
His car, you said, hit another car?
Yes.
In the lot? Was that car parked? And was
That car was parked. Nobody was in it. Nope.
Okay, and then that car, did that have any damage to
It did have damage to it, yeah.
Was it like a pickup truck that was
I believe it was a van.
a van? So it was also towed from the scene then?
I'm not sure if the detectives towed that car or not. It was kind of like inconsequential to the case.
Okay.
Was the Altima his car and was he licensed?
He was not licensed. It was unregistered, uninsured, misuse registration on it. So it was not stolen.
So it had a different plate on it than the car would.
Right, correct.
So is there like indication that maybe he was shot elsewhere, tried to drive, and then maybe subsequently like lost consciousness and crashed?
That's very possible, Eva. I'm glad you asked that. On occasion, we do have incidents of, shots fired in one area and then a car crash, a few blocks away, a few hundred yards away. So that's a possibility. From what the witness said, the car was going north on Sigourney, went through the red light intersection into the driveway of the church and crashed. So probably within, I would say, maybe a quarter mile at the very, at the very most.
Did the witness say anything else about, like, did it appear the car was trying to stop, or did it just?
No, we didn't really have much with the witness. They made the call, and that's the only information we got from them.
I know around 6:30 this morning, there was something on the scanner about an assault, and then it was possibly was tied to this incident. Is that true?
There's
Okay.
nothing.
Something that happened in the church parking lot, that's not tied?
No, nothing at all.
How many homicides have there been so far this year?
This will mark the 8th homicide of 2019.
And then obviously a plea to the public. I mean, the mom was pleading with us, but what would be your message to people that are watching this?
Sure. The Hartford Police Department has a confidential tip line, and we ask anybody with information to call us, 860-722-TIPS. All our information remains confidential. You don't have to leave your name. Just whatever information that you have regarding this case, no matter how minute, how little it might seem to you, call us, and we'll look at every lead.
Was he just shot the one time?
We're gonna have to wait for the autopsy reports. The detectives, I believe, are there right now, and they'll get the information from the doctor's office. But we wait for full autopsies to reveal the actual amount of times that the individual was struck.
Now,
Where was he shot?
At least once in the torso,
Okay.
but he did have several gunshot wounds.
I know
He
he
had
had several.
Several.
Okay.
I know on your Twitter you said this was a senseless crime. I know every homicide is tough for Hartford police, but
Sure.
especially when a 16-year-old is involved. What's that like for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, every homicide is difficult. I mean, there's a lot of emotions. Sad, anger. Why is a 16-year-old driving around at 1 a.m.? Why is he in a car that's not registered or uninsured? What's he doing out there? Why did someone feel as though they thought the best course of action was to take this young boy's life? So yeah, there's a lot of emotion there, and this Hartford is a lot of great people in the city. Unfortunately, there's some people that aren't so great, and we try to do everything we can to maintain law in the city.
Lieutenant Sister, is there anything else you can say or elaborate on that we didn't touch upon yet?
No, I think we have everything. Like I said, the investigation is still pretty much in the infancy stages right now. We'll have more information available shortly, and we'll give as much as we can when we can. Thank you, everybody.